So next talk we will go to group practice, one of the a hot topic for the next decade. So it is Dr. Gopal Arora. So in the present day of cost of instruments, I think group practice is the only way we can start a practice. And day by day the instrument prices are going up.
A very good afternoon to one and all. Respect to the chairs, seniors and dear friends. This is what we have been taught in our primary schooling, that a single stick can be broken. But when it comes to a bundle of sticks, it is indeed difficult to break, but on the other hand, it is difficult to carry. What I mean to say is, if you have a group of people, like-minded people, it's easier to sail. And if there is one crooked people, it can even work adversely. So there comes my topic of how you should go about in a group practice. See, it's not that old trend of having a 10 by 10 consulting chamber and starting with your practice. Gone are those days. These are the sophisticated days of having sophisticated machines, and you need to upgrade yourself. You need to put in a lot of money before you start any practice. As mentioned earlier by the other speaker, artificial intelligence has come up. But we must remember one thing. For artificial intelligence, we need to have a dedicated team. So an individual working as a solo practitioner, it is difficult to even go into that artificial intelligence theory. So private practice, of course, may yield more profit than group practice in the initial days. But what happens if someone has some untoward incident happening? Right from the 100% practice, it comes to practically zero. So it's a slow build, but it's sustainable. Why do you want to have the stress of investing in infrastructure? And as I said, it's no longer a trend of 10 by 10 chamber. You need to have a state-of-art chamber before you start any eye hospital. Then investing in equipments. Every year, the instrument that you have bought goes into that, gone are those days. So you come up with a new, similar, slightly added advantage of that instrument, and that comes up with some company. Of course, you need to have human resources, EMI, and again, why you want to have the stress of, the improved standard of care. There is increasing competition. I will give just an example of, in the same building, you have two ophthalmologists sitting just next to each other. This is the trend that's happening in every city. And corporates have not about to enter, but they have entered into ophthalmology. Time management, because you have got only 24 hours. And how do you improve your lifestyle? There can be different ways of having a group practice. One can be a single ophthalmologist with lot many associates. There can be multiple ophthalmologists, or one can have a common list, like an example of LASIK center, where different other ophthalmologists come and operate. But what is a successful group practice? Before even if you think of starting a group practice, you need to drop your ego, because that is the basic of a group practice. Why and what are the advantages? You share the financial, you have a good chemistry. If it's a friendship, that adds to the group practice. You can have higher income potential, different people having different strengths. See, one may be good in finance, one may be good in administration, one may be a good surgeon. So putting in these three things can have a definitely better prospects. Better work-life balance, sharing economy. Individually, definitely we can do less, and return on investment. Even the British Medical Journal has stated that a group practice definitely has got prospects in future. But you need to have few tips. You need to have written business plan. Second, very important point. First three words are important, but the last three words are even more important. So picking up the right person is definitely important, but removing the wrong one is even more important. One of the group practice person should be a strong administrator. He should be a say person who is going to take a final decision. There should be a transparent profit sharing. The best example I can give you is, if there are three people, then it should be 33% investment, 33% output. That of course, this is a major plus point. You should meet regularly, and workable group practice model is the best that one can expect. See, being a doctor, forget about ophthalmologists. Any two intellectual people getting together is again a different proposition, difficult proposition, but then that is how it works. And again, if you have an improper structure of a group, that can be a blunder. Before, as I said, before you form a group, you need to drop your ego. Similarly, before you form a group, beforehand, in written, you should have an exit policy. Anything can happen, any untoward incident, any accidents, anything can happen. So exit policy should be very much in black and white. Lack of business understanding is directly proportional to our medical profession. Long-term goal, what happens after you? Something happens to you, who is going to take the group practice forward? Office politics, few of your staff take advantage of, if there are 3 decision makers and the person knows that these 3 people are going to take decision themselves, then he's going to take advantage by sharing his view with one of your directors. So it's going to be an office politics which needs to be tackled very cautiously. Ego problems are there, and similarly you should learn from your partner's strength and improve on your weaknesses. This is one of the statements that actually motivated me to start a group practice. And if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So my dream is, because I've named my group practice as an ABO institute, I don't want anybody to know Gopal Arora. It is the brand that should be recognized. So these are the few salient features that are successful practice: mutual respect, specialization, defining purpose, adaptation, no scapegoats. One should admit mistakes of what you have done. Patience, ability to delegate, a strong leader. As I said, one should be the person who is going to make the final say. And of course, the competitiveness. So successful brands are an experience. They are not an entity. So one should develop brand, not individual. So just to sum up, coming together is the beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gopal. Any questions, any clarifications you want?
Sorry? He's an author. I've been following him since long. And I said, when this Warren Buffett, what he says, you work and you earn. That's the common principle of life. But even when you're not working, you earn. That is the basic of group practice.
I think time has come now, the solo practice to go and group practices to come, but it will take a long time. It's too early to predict anything. Thank you very much for giving a nice talk. So I think this session is over now. So we'll leave for lunch, but how many people are left? So all of you, please.